Gonna try this live again, guys. Daytime viewers here. Before I go to the bar, just want to speak about the bar for 1 second while this actually takes on and works hopefully today. Being a bartender, I work in the service industry, have a lot of friends in the industry, so I kind of know about the labor that's actually happening. And one thing that doesn't get talked about enough is the quit culture. And this is new. As one of my bartenders I currently work with said, people are just now like quitting like crazy. We're really good restaurants. You never had anybody quit, and now we have people walk out constantly. It's a burnout culture. This job is harder than it ever used to be, and that's why we need to kind of start looking at the service industry, labor industry as a whole new issue. And I think if people stop thinking about things pre-COVID, that they just need to go back to normal. There is no more normal. Everything is more stressful. Everything is more intense. And if we continue down our path, we're just going to lose a lot of people. But this quick video today, with that warm up, is going to be about the People's Party's opportunity to put somebody in the NC 6th district. North Carolina's 6th district, they did redistricting back in 2020. This is a brand new district now. The 13th was the same area, and they kind of split up into different groups. The first representative of this area is Kathy Manning. Kathy Manning is the local Michigander, so this is a fun attack for me because I'm a Michigander. I definitely am pro-Michigan, but she was born in Detroit. She went to Harvard University and then went to U of M, Michigan State person here, so chink against you. But the point of Harvard and University of Michigan was showing that Kathy Manning was obviously already a wealthy and connected person, because you don't get into Harvard and then U of M without ridiculous grades or being from a wealthy family and well-connected. She lost her North Carolina race in the 13th district. Like I said, this is redistrict. So in 2020, this was not a issue. 2018, she lost in the 13th. When they redistrict, she tried in the 6th district, this new 6th district, and she won. Now, the 6th district, what is interesting about it, anybody in the People's Party wants to take a quick look. First election, 2020, it was a 62.3% Democrat, 37.7% Republican area. A lot of rural North Carolina is actually Republican. This has a part of Winston-Salem and a part of Greensboro, most of Greensboro, part of Winston-Salem. And these are actually fairly progressive cities for being smaller towns in North Carolina. It is mostly rural North Carolina that is very, very staunch Republican. She only spent $815,000 on this election. That's a very cheap election. Most congressional districts, you're looking, they say $3 to $4 million of campaign. Is it going to be a good win? Some districts you get a little more contention. Others you can sneak in for under $1 million. This was a very nicely snuck in under $1 million area. 71% of her contributions were from out of state. So she was not a grassroots supported, local, big time supported person. 77% out of the district. That's just, it wasn't all coming knocking on doors from Greensboro. 12.9% of her donations were anonymous. So when we look at that 71% out of state, it could actually probably be 83%, when 12% were completely anonymous. When you actually look at the total numbers, it was 89% was out of her district, out of her area. That is a large percent of her money is coming from out of town, meaning again, she is not grassroots supported. So People's Party has a very good opportunity here with a 62.3% Democratic, just straight up probably blind leading Democrat, because this is not a person who's knocking on doors. This is not a person who's getting the votes from the people. She is getting the votes from advertising and just being a Democrat in the area. Out of her contributions, she had $287,000 plus contributions, and 108 with less than $400. And she gets 527 people do most of her contributing. 527 people did most of her contributing. Fun word. So this is a person who takes a lot of money from a handful of people, mostly out of state, handful of anonymous. 10, 12% of her people are anonymous. That's 60 of 530 people are anonymous. That is a very, I mean, she says she doesn't take PAC money, but I think we can all agree that's a PAC fund person. What does she actually do? Now, as a person who's looking at this from a potential friend being a candidate, the two committees she is on, Foreign Affairs. There's no way for me to put lightly her unqualification for this committee. And she is also on the Committee of Education and Labor. Well-off Harvard graduate on the Communication for Labor and Education. I think I know a better representative for this. Her money comes from some interesting places when you dig in a little bit. She does get a lot of money from her big PACs, are pro-Israel PACs. She is Jewish, so she has a very pro-Israel stance. That's her foreign affairs, I guess, is that she's Jewish and is pro-Israel. That's how she qualifies to be in the foreign affairs. Okay. Real estate groups. She's really big into real estate groups. If you know anything about North Carolina and their inflated real estate, it's a lot of mega groups taking over the real estate industry, trying to keep out families from owning anything and make people rent dependent. Health professionals. She takes a lot of money from health professionals. And the New Democrat Coalition, which if there's red flags, this is the moment. Red flags. And she's got a lot of law groups based in California that donate to her. Really good qualifications there. She co-sponsored mostly agricultural bills. She did do a lot of co-sponsoring. She was like 418th of 444 people, so she does not write bills. She is almost dead last, but she's top middle of actually co-sponsoring bills. She'll put her name on something. And as a big negative for me, she did vote on the 2020 military bill and the 2020 military budget there, which was completely bloated and out of control. She gets a B- from normal. If any true progressives want to look at that, the B- is weak. Any real progressive should be definitely above B. That's crazy. And her political, like if you watch her on PolitiFacts, she speaks half truths. Like everything she gets called on is half truths. So she is not a good candidate. There are much better candidates, and I have put in sent something to the People's Party for my friend. I'm just gonna call him Guy. He'll be anonymous on this video, but he has much better qualifications. And this is a very easy district to take over, and I think somebody should. Thanks, guys.